Jesus firmly tells us not to be afraid of the upheavals in every period of history, not even in the face of the most serious trials and injustices that may befall his disciples. He asks us to persevere in the good and to place all our trust in God, who does not disappoint. Not a hair of your head and will perish. God does not forget his faithful ones. His precious possessions, he does not forget us. Let's not fear. Let's not worry what's going to come in the future, but rather focus on the living God who lives amongst us, and he will bring peace, joy, love, and hope. The end of the world scenario, wars, famines, pandemic, economic turmoil, but gospel today gives hope. We may not recognize it. We can be distracted by thinking the gospel speaks about the future, what will happen at the end time. At the time Luke wrote this passage, the temple was already destroyed. The wars and earthquakes were occurring. False teachers, false prophets were misleading the people and they were going astray. The persecution had begun. Luke was describing the crisis and turmoil of his own time. It's in those contemporary challenges that Luke calls to hope, and hope becomes clear. Luke is telling his readers or his church and us that it is in the midst of a suffering and turmoil that we cling to hope and never give up hope. In the midst of our present troubles, Christ assures us not of a hair of our head will be harmed, and by perseverance we will secure our lives. This gospel tells us to stand firm, to persevere, to hold on, and to move trusting in God. The basis of our hope is not our shrewdness, our self-confidence, that I can take control of everything, but our hope rests in our belief that God is a healer, God is a mover, and God who protects and saves us all the time. Let's persevere. God is with us in every situation. Let's not be discouraged. It's often the last key in the bunch that opens the lock. By persevering at the bottom, humble at the top. A man is not finished when he's defeated. He is finished when he quits, says Richard M. Nixon. At the time of troubles and difficulties, we are not here to quit, but rather we are here to persevere in the Lord. Let's never give up. The more we believe and trust in God, the more limitless our possibilities become for our family, for our life, and for our society. Faith is all the more trusting God even when we don't understand His plan. None of us knows what might happen even the next minute, yet still we go forward because we trust, because we have faith in God. In spite of troubles and difficulties, it is not about what's going to come in the future. but how we embrace our unknown future with the known God. It gives us tremendous confidence in the Lord. The challenges will come to us, but when we trust in God, we will be strengthened by our faith. All we need is faith, trust, and hope in the Lord. Every difficulty we face in every waiting place, we are being given the chance to trust in the things unseen and to be abundantly blessed, says Cherry Hill. May we believe, may we have faith, may we have trust, may we keep the right attitude. If we are grateful, we will see God open to us new possibilities, new doors, and new life. Never give up. The Gospel offers 3 prophetic visions of Parousia, which means second coming. The first prophecy about the destruction of the temple by the Romans in year 70. Jesus wants the people not to listen to false teachers who claim to be Messiah or to know exactly when Christ would come again. The second prophecy describes the wars, earthquakes, famines, and the heavenly signs that will signal the coming day of the Lord. These descriptions are straight out of apocalyptic literature. But the absence of these signs that told Paul the day of the Lord had not come yet. The third prophecy involves Christian persecution at the hands of the Jews and the Romans, and betrayal by families and friends. While frightening, Jesus points out, this is also an opportunity to give witness and promise, and He will give the words needed for such a testimony. Many countries are fortunate they don't have any more persecutions. People don't suffer anymore for Christ. But what is for us today is to persevere, to keep the faith, to keep the trust and hope in the Lord, to move forward, because God is with us in every situation. Amid so many penultimate and passing realities, the Lord wants to remind us today of what is ultimate, what will remain forever. His love for God is love. May the Virgin Mary, through maternal intercession, sustain our daily journey of faith, following the Lord who guides history.